Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and I'm continuing on with our multiplayer tips section, and I am currently on the Adepta Sororitas faction. The next unit we're going to discuss are the Celestians, but before I get started, if you're enjoying these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe, encouraging me to post more content for you. So the Celestians, they cost 70 points, so definitely not an expensive unit. I personally do not like the Celestians very much. I find that they just don't quite pull things off. They're just kind of a lower tier infantry unit. Each model has 65 health, 1 action point, 4 movement, 4 armor, and 5 evasion. They're considered an elite unit, but they certainly don't feel very elite. The big thing about them is they have multiple different kit sets you can set up. They've got the standard bolter, which is the same weapon that the Sisters of Battle have, but they're 20 points more expensive. So it's 8 attacks. They do 3 to 4 damage with armor piercing of 1. So again, they're not going to do damage to units except for the most lightly armored. They have an optimal range of 3, accuracy of 80 with an accuracy fall off of 5 per tile. Now, they do have so that's their default. You then have a flamer variant. Now this is not a heavy flamer, it is a basic flamer. So it has 8 attacks, it does 2 to 3 damage with an armor piercing of 2, an optimal range of 1. It says it goes to 2, but I seem to remember when I tried to use this to flame through guys it wouldn't let me. So we're going to test this out again and see if something's changed, because I thought it only had a range of 1. So we will verify that. They do have an anti-armor variant, which then brings their points up to 100, but then if I'm using them as an anti-armor variant, I think I'd rather just go with the Sisters of Repentia, which are some of the most highest damage dealing assassin units in the whole game. Or even just go with Retributors there for 10 additional points, and then you can get a heavier weapon. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Celestians. But as you can see, I'm not a huge fan of these guys. The Multi-Melta has 1 attack. It does 22 to 30 damage, has an armor piercing of 6, has an optimal range of 2, baseline accuracy of 80, which means you're going to pretty regularly miss at least one of your attacks every time you shoot, and the accuracy quickly falls off 10 per tile. Now the things that make them a little bit unique, a lot of these infantry you'll see for the Adepta Sororitas do have blessings, and so they have the Shield of Faith. So when they get hit with damage, there's a 50% chance that they're going to be able to use the Shield of Faith. And what that does is automatically increases their ranged and melee armor by 1, and it lasts just the 1 turn that they're attacked. The thing that makes them unique, though, is this Oath of Protection. The Celestians Sacred Saints also have this, and these are just a way better choice in my opinion, which you'll find out next time we use them. But the Oath of Protection is the special ability that the Celestians have, and what this allows you to do is it swaps place with the HQ command unit when they're being attacked by either melee or ranged weapons, providing the HQ unit is within 1 tile. Then they'll take all the damage suffered for the HQ unit. So if you have a bunch of these guys around, then they just effectively can't snipe your hero because they'll just keep swapping places with them here. Now the thing that's unique about these guys is it works both with melee or range damage, whereas if you saw on the Necrons, it was only ranged damage that they would take the hit for, but then the Necrons also had tiles of 3, so you didn't have to have them right next to it, but the Celestians do have to literally be on the adjacent tile there. So those are kind of our different kits here. So we'll play around a little bit with a couple of these Multi-Melta guys here, see if my views on these guys have changed at all, but these are not a unit that I would recommend bringing, because it's like their baseline weapon. Unless you're going to be equipping them on these other things, this bolter just sucks. I mean, at least with the Sisters of Battle, they have the Blessed Ammunition, so you can at least temporarily increase the amount of damage they do. And then if there's actual swarms of low-tier infantry coming, instead of attacking, you can just whip out your frag grenades, whereas these ladies don't have any grenades, so it's like they just can't quite do anything effectively. But like I said, I haven't used them in well over a year because I was so disgusted with them. So maybe things have changed and we'll try it out now. Because different units have definitely been changed throughout the time here with the different buffs. And in fact, the Demons of Khorne would probably be the ideal situation for these guys. So let's see what happens.
I am his iron.
So as you can see, a slightly different force, because what I was having happen is they would kill my characters before I could get them into combat to actually show what they could do. So hopefully bringing out duplicates of these Celestians should allow me to actually get some attacks with them to kind of show off what was happening. But they had so many skull cannons, they would just nuke me on the first turn and kill multiple Celestians, and I couldn't see what they could actually do. So it's like they're supposed to be kind of tanky, but clearly that's not really happening.
Faith guides my feet to walk the righteous path. With faith we serve. Faith guides my feet to walk the righteous path.
Like I said, they just don't seem to fill a lot of very good roles in my opinion.
I serve him with a gracious heart.
Alright, I think we survived. Huzzah. Alright. So, you are the one with the melt-a-gun. So we're probably gonna want to do a little bit of that. We'll bring you over to here. And we'll let you do double meltas. So, you know, decent. And then you also have the Melta. You've got a Flamer.
With faith we serve.
What we'll do here is bring your Flamer down here. Go there. Yep, that takes out 2 of them. I can now move you up to here. Do that. We'll bring you through here. Yeah, so it is just 1 square. No, it is letting me flame through these guys, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Interesting. So that can do 2 squares. It does. That's interesting. Because then the question becomes, if these guys are weak flamers, are they actually viable as weak flamers or not? Alright, let's do a little bit of that. And a little bit of this. And we'll get you up here. Now these are your bolter, so I should have done this first. But I wasn't thinking. Maybe what I'll do is I'll bring this bolter up here. Let's see, just not very good damage there. Bring you up to 65. Still not great damage. These guys have 6 armor. I'd like just a tiny little bit more damage. suppose I could do this. Alright, now assuming you land both these attacks, you should get the kill. There you go. Not failing to make me appreciate you. We'll do that. And then you can move up here. And then this guy can move over here and flame both these guys down. Nice. Alright, so we've now nullified those guys. I think everybody else is pretty much at full health right now, right?
Faith guides my feet towards
You're
the
here.
righteous path.
Okay, so they're out of range, so we'll go ahead and shoot here. Oh, fuck me. That's my flamer. That's why he's out of range. I thought that was my melt again. Well done, sir. Well done.
We are invincible in his light.
Alright, 70.
With faith we serve.
Let's bring you guys over here.
With
I
haste.
guess we'll bring you over here, although it's just going to cause them to do charge attacks into you.
Our lives are the Emperor's to spend.
I guess let's bring the Repentia over here so they can hopefully
Whichever he favors.
focus down some of these.
Affirmative.
The Soul Grinder.
Who needs my aid?
We are invincible in his light.
So we took out my heavy flamer.
Vigilant sisters, keep unworthy approaches.
They're shooting into you. Okay, so now you have the multi-melta. But I think I'd rather you just kind of charge into here. Like so.
Emperor, see the deeds
Alright.
we do in
So he
your
was able to get that kill. Bring you over here. You've got the flamer. Okay, just making sure I have the right weapon selected. Alright, so now you have the flamer. Let's bring you here. Oh, you're not going to be able to just do a regular flame. I wanted to see if I got you here, but you're going to get attacked. Alright, well flame here. How much do you do? Oh, you do kill.
We are invincible in his light.
2 to 3 times 40. Oh man. Maybe I did find a good use for these guys. Because I thought just a heavy flamer would be necessary like this, but boy, if they're killing those guys regularly here.
Faith guides my feet to walk the righteous. Faith guides my feet to walk the righteous path.
For Catherine. For eternity.
Bring you up here.
With faith we serve.
Who tests my conviction?
Alright, watch those guys end up
We are invincible in his light.
getting themselves into trouble here.
Yes. With haste.
With faith we serve.
Alright, get that going, trying to increase their survivability. Bring you down one. Alright, hopefully these guys stay alive so I can try.
So it shall be.
Alright, who still has got an AP left? You do. Alright, we'll come here, I guess. Alright, use your charge attacks. I know you want to.
We are invincible.
Actually, what I could... Oh, your litany is still on cooldown. I was gonna say, I bet if I use your litany...
Go back to the war.
Flesh at the teeth.
With faith we serve. Faith guides my feet.
Alright, shoot.
To walk the righteous path.
I will not fail.
Faith guides my feet to walk the righteous path.
Do your litany. Alright, don't crit anybody here. Alright, and then you should be able to flame these guys. Give me my kill.
There is no light but the light of the Emperor.
There you go. Oh! Your short one. Can't believe it.
We are invincible in his light.
Who tests my conviction?
Closer to redemption or closer to death, whichever he favors.
Faith guides my feet. to
Alright,
walk
man,
the
I'm trying to
righteous
set
path.
you up with some good charge attacks so you can come hit me.
Our lives are the Emperor's to spend.
With faith we serve. Faith guides my feet to walk the righteous path. There is no light but the light of the Emperor.
Alright, let's move you up here. Use your litany. Alright, now these guys can empower. So the empowered Ortho Protection, it still has one tile, but it increases this unit's armor by 3 and their bonus HP by 25%, and it gives it a 1-turn cooldown. So that bring them up to an armor of 7. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't see myself ever really focusing that on these guys. I mean, I guess all the bonus HP would help, especially with the other buffs going on, because that would bring you up to... You know, it'd be like 10, 12, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't see myself ever really using that.
I am the Imperium's shield. In Catherine's footsteps.
Not from afar.
Yes.
With faith we serve.
Yeah, the fact that she's able to actually do damage.
Closer to redemption or closer to death, whichever he favors.
To the skull cannon just shows how vulnerable they are. Alright, so that is the Celestians. So for their default kit, I definitely wouldn't recommend them. I think if you're using them for their default kit, I'd just rather save the points and bring Sisters of Battle. Now the Flamer made me have to double think things, because now you can get a weak Flamer that can have a range of 2, and it can kill demon units in one attack. That could be a useful and cost-effective method to fight against the hordes of chaos. So I will have to reconsider my thoughts on that one. Regarding the Meltagun, though, you know, they cost more than a Sisters of Repentia. If you're doing that, well, I guess that's not true. They're pretty close, though. And the Sisters of Repentia, as you can see, just do way more damage. And then if you start stacking up their bonuses and things like that too, I can't foresee myself ever wanting to use the Meltaguns over the Sisters of Repentia, so I'm still not sold on the multi-Melta, but definitely the Flamers could be a viable option. That could also be an interesting option against Orcs too, that have a lot of low armor, high HP units if you're able to flame through multiple units. I thought only the heavy Flamers could do that, but apparently this low tier Flamer can as well, so something to keep in mind. Okay, just for clarification, I was going back. So their base cost is 70 and the multi-melta costs 30 points. So that now brings these guys up to 100 points in cost. And I would go for a Sisters of Repentia over that any day. So I definitely am not a fan of the Meltagun or the bolter, but if you needed some cheap flamers for 90, you can make some strong arguments for that. They can get enough kills to really make themselves useful. So not sold on the bolter because the Sisters of Battle do it better, and the multi-melta, I think I'd rather just have a heavier multi-melta or a Sisters of Repentia for that cost. So only Flamers is kind of my final decision on this. Now, you guys have some other thoughts, let me know, but as you could see, those guys were missing attacks pretty regularly, and they've already in that for more points than the Sisters of Repentia. I just don't think it's worth it. So, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.